When the Murray Firth Media Trust in Inverness took our student radio station Monster FM back to school, we discovered a class full of little monsters, all eager to learn.
Every child's experience of school is different. Some take well to traditional learning methods, while others, particularly in the early years, find it more difficult to succeed in the classroom environment.
As a consequence of taking our Radioskills project into schools to make programmes for Monster FM, we heard anecdotal reports of participants coming out of their shells, growing in confidence and developing much needed social skills.
This got us thinking, instead of these outcomes being secondary, could we develop a programme that would encourage participation and development in early years learning through the fun of making radio shows?
We approached one of our local primary schools to discover what subjects they were studying in class that year and to see if they'd be interested in taking part in a pilot exercise.
Over the next 2 terms, as part of their curriculum, the primary 4 students were studying the Romans and looking at wildlife. We devised a format for 2 radio shows created and presented by the pupils themselves.
There are many elements involved in creating a radio show, and the children had to draw on a range of skill sets, from reading and researching to writing and presenting, all in a fun and creative environment.
At the end of the project, we had 2 programmes, but more importantly, some sharp pupils had started to shine in the classroom, as teacher Jane McDermott explains.
The Radioskills programme helped greatly with a lot of children, as it built confidence for children who normally don't put themselves forward for things. They were able to take turns. It also helped with children who are a bit less able to focus on their learning, as it gave them a focus for talking and listening skills. It was a unique way of presenting their learning, something that they wouldn't have come across before.
Unfortunately, specialist equipment and staff to deliver a programme like this are beyond existing school budgets, which is where the Murray Firth Media Trust comes in.
As a trust, we can offer this programme free at point of delivery, helping all children develop in the early years. Our aim is to help make learning fun and repeat the success of the pilot project.
I have noticed that some of the children who might not be able to shine as much, maybe they wouldn't have been able to write it down, but they've definitely been able to express themselves really clearly and articulately through some of the radio skills that they've been doing.
To do this, we need funding. As a not-for-profit charity organisation, we have relied on funding to deliver short digital courses and a vocational qualification to those who have faced problems getting into the media industry. In this current economic climate, we find it increasingly difficult to find funding, and in order to further develop and deliver a new schools programme, we need your help.
To offer this programme from scratch, fully funded and for free, to all primary schools in the Inverness area will cost us £62,500.
Why help us? Obviously, for the children in the Inverness area, it's a wonderful learning experience, but the legacy created has global implications. At the end of the first phase of this project, we will have a programme that can be licensed by any other groups for delivery anywhere on the planet.
Income generated from this licence will help further reduce our future funding needs, allowing us to work with more schools throughout the Highlands. Learning from our experiences, other groups will have the advantage of an off-the-shelf programme, reducing their start-up costs.
We've seen firsthand how powerful fun can be. What we need now is your help in taking that fun into more classrooms. We're currently knocking on doors and ringing phones to raise as much of our start-up costs as possible.
Inverness may not be on your doorstep, literally, but with the legacy of an off-the-shelf programme available to groups in your community, it's as good as. Please support our project.